The guy with the brainworms.
I will be voting for
The guy with brainworms. I try to avoid talking about politics on this channel, and this is in no way some sort of endorsement for a certain political opponent. I am a of-age voting American citizen, but just like most of-age voting American citizens of this current election, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Oh my god, are you telling me that we're gonna have to vote between your racist uncle that tries to pretend he isn't racist anymore? Why am I saying the word uncle? These people are old enough to fart sawdust. Your racist great-great-grandfather, racist and doesn't think it anymore, the thing I said. And, of course, our third possible opponent, the guy who had a worm eat part of his brain. Yes, there was a recent article that came out where Robert F. Kennedy, one of the other political opponents, this guy right here, who you might recognize the familiar name, the familiar nomenclature of his username. Yes, he is in fact a relative of our boy JFK. And just like JFK, he's missing a part of his skull. Oh my god. But I just want that to marinate for a second. Before we go into any of the logistics of it all, I want you guys to just rationalize what I just told you. We are currently in the same reality as all of the possible political presidential running mates, being Joe Dementia, Donald Criminal, and then Bob Brainworms. Are you kidding? And he's still running. Why on earth? In what way did you think that you should think? I'm saying think as if the worm didn't eat part of his thinker. Why are you still running for president? He's 70 years old, which, by the way, let's give him a round of applause for being the youngest one. And he figured out about this all the way back in 2012. Oh my god. And you're telling us now, when you're running for president, at least get in the office first before deciding to let us know this. Like, come on. So apparently what happened was, in 2012, he went to the doctor because of having a little bit of brain fog and memory loss. Which, yeah, I can see why. The worm was eating it all. So they went in and they were like, hey, there's a dark spot on your brain. It has a bit of a freckle. Well, they checked closer thinking it was a tumor, and then one doctor was like, actually, bazinga, that's actually a wormy. How did a worm get in there? And I think the funniest part is that the worm was not alive. He was recently deceased, which means that poor fella died of hunger. There was no nutrients left up in that thinker. It was just an empty warehouse up there. And of course, he tried to contribute different theories as to why the worm died, because I assume he just didn't want us to think that the worm ate the rest of it. And one of the big ones was that he said that the worm might have died of mercury poisoning. What? Well, apparently the reasoning is because our boy Bobby apparently eats a lot of tuna, which is, of course, the highest in mercury fish that you could possibly eat, which, as of me reading this, terrifies me because I indeed love eating tuna crackers, and I guess I indeed might kill a brainworm if he might crawl into my head as well. But that's good. I have like a little self-defense mechanism. However, I hope I don't eat as much tuna as our boy Robert, because apparently he has 10 times the normal amount of mercury you should have in a human. This dude is a walking ghoul from Fallout. Like... And he's running for president! He's running for president, and he is irradiating illness and has a dead worm in his head. Is it still there? Like, I don't think the worm, I don't think the brain has a natural, like, rejection mechanism. Like, if you get a cut in your skin or, like, get, like, a scab, your skin naturally can reject it over time because it's evolved to do that. I don't think the brain is used to having things crawl up inside it and get snug. So, is there a bug in a rug in there? I don't know what's going on, and I really hope that someone took it out. I love the quote from the article I read. A chemist told the same publication that the mercury levels which Mr. Kennedy described were high. 10 times the average human. But not surprising for someone who consumes that quantity of that type of seafood. Oh my god, how much tuna did this motherfucker eat? Like, is this his only food? What? Like, I would get if this was, like, maybe some, like, homeless person or just an average guy who might have poisoning like this. But this is a guy who could potentially run our whole country. And honestly, the chances are quite high for this fella, because not only is he a descendant of the Kennedy, but he's also not Joe Biden or Donald Trump, which are, like, two of the most divisive names in history right now. So, of course, he has a really high likelihood of getting into the big White House, and if he's missing part of his brain! He's missing part of his brain. Really? And I just want to put another note out there just so people realize and don't run to the comments like, oh, but you're not voting for Biden? I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. No, I'm not going to discern it, because I'm making fun of all of them, because they're all old people. They're all weird, and they're all going to die in like 30 minutes. And I love that Kennedy, since then, our boy Robbie, was like, since this diagnosis of brainworms, I've gotten more sleep and cut down on my tuna intake. Thank God. I really hope that the mercury in your blood system has gone down, but, you know, you're still missing a part of your brain. He also said that since then, he's recovered from the mental fogginess and memory loss. Did he get the memories back or something? And also that he has not needed any medical treatment. Bro, get help! You had a part of your brain eaten, and you're radiating mercury. Like, I don't care if you feel better. You're probably not. Like, there are doctors that I read about who said, like, there's a possibility that this could happen. He could make a full recovery. But this man is literally on death's doorstep. He is 70 years old. At this point, you should be retired. And he's about to enter a new job as the leader of a country. And he's missing a part of his brain. I literally can't get over the fact that he's missing a part of his brain. Like, that part is insane, because usually you'd use that just to make fun of someone. Like, haha, he's missing a part of his brain. Oh, look at that guy. He has brainworms. He's being an idiot. That guy actually has brainworms. He is genuinely missing a part of his brain. And he's gonna have access to all of our nukes. I'm gonna not reach the age of 30. But yeah, apparently they theorized that the worm that was in his head is a pork worm. So apparently he must have been eating raw pig as well as a bunch of tuna all the time. This man's diet consists of some sort of satanic ritual. It's actually... It's so insane. I'm not gonna live to the age of 30 and I'm scared. What? Can like a fourth person come out of the like wall and just like become president instead? I don't want it. I'm scared. But of course, until the bombs come a dropping, I'm gonna be making videos. I appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe if you are new and like the video if you liked it. This is a relatively short one, but it's because I missed an upload yesterday, so you're gonna expect a second one later today. That's why this one came out so early. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for being outstanding. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And, yeah, I'm gonna die. We're so screwed.